Now it's working. Well, hello guys. So I thought I'd do a little build that I did a while ago, um, turning this raft into something I can use to go around and tame a variety of things. With some of the new creatures on the server, like there's a lot more alphas and a variety of other things that can damage stone, such as these old things, which are currently my favorite land animal. But yeah, I'm going to build it in stone because that's a little cheaper for me. You can build it in whatever you'd like. I recommend stone as the minimum. Stone would be perfect on regular servers because there shouldn't be as many things that will damage the stone. Aside from these guys, of course. Um, so what you do is you get a boat, drive it out a little bit. You don't want it too far because you got a lot of back and forth to do. You also need certain things. With a taming boat, or a boat that you're going to use to transport dinosaurs, you do not want to do the lowering raft trick. You want to leave it high in the sky. That way it's a little harder for you to accidentally knock something off. Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and let's actually go take this and give me some stone. Don't need that no more. Don't need that no more. Check. Don't need that. Don't need that. Check. Alright. Let's add some of that and some of that. That's all I can get for now. And we've got the S Plus mod, as I mentioned, and it's also in the beginning credits. I like to use those sorts of structures. Makes it easy. Place down, pick back up. If it gets damaged, certain pieces you can simply just pick it back up and place it back down again. And it'll be 100% in damage worth or whatever. But don't pick one that's going to be destroying half the walls or whatever. I'm wanting to keep this particular build down to just what I believe, as far as my memory can serve me, what the normal servers will permit you to build. Get over there. Oh, that's a lot of weight right there. So let's go ahead and get us started. All right. So first you start off with the foundation. If you're going to go through and do the lowering raft trick on something you're wanting to use as a main house with a side additive of going off taming something and bringing it home to your real base or whatever, um, you can definitely do that. I won't be lowering it today. Some of my other videos have the trick of lowering it on a raft. They've changed the way to do it on the Quetzal or any other dinosaur platform, and I haven't figured it out yet. All right, so what we're doing right now is just trying to line it up perfectly. All right, I believe that's pretty perfect right there. Yeah, I think that's perfect right there. Now we just kind of debate where we want it. I like having mine centered. Uh-huh. just checking again. Right about there. Oh, I always do this. Right here is where I don't want anything, so that is where I'm going to be starting today. All right. And then you just fill up the spaces that you can simply just fill up right here, like so. Now, placing the thatch ceiling down, and then you can place one of those below it. Like so. And then this one here, we can take up. Now, at some points, I'll be doing my best to remember how it's built. Because with um, I built this one on the standard servers, and when we adjusted to going with when I started playing modded, I tended to stick with something that had a little extra for the rafts, so that I could build something much more elaborate, able to do more and a variety of other things. So we're going to take us into a little bit deeper water. All right. We need to go get some more stone going. What is that? No idea. I was hoping to get up there. Hello guys, it's me. So you saw the first part of that video. I was recording it. I looked over to ensure that it's still recording. It said it was still recording. It didn't record. It recorded the 8 minutes or 7, 8 minutes, something like that, of this tutorial that I did. I went through, showed everything, showed all the heartaches, um, and everything. I'm going to give a tour of it, explaining what happened, some of the pieces just to help you kind of see it and recreate it. I've been yawning all night. I don't have time. I'm not awake enough to go through and do another tutorial on it. So what you saw last is just right around this opening. This is the back of the very raft. This is technically where the front of the raft is, right about here. Let's go through it. So to place down these uh, foundations on the side, I don't just to ensure that everybody knows how to do it. Oh, I've already got it. Clearing off my inventory because it made me so upset. Taking those back, one of those and one of those. So to do that, you get your thatch foundation or thatch ceiling, and you place it out, and then you place your foundation directly underneath it, and then remove the ceiling. All right. This is a raft that you can build on normal servers with that don't do anything extra for people who like to live on rafts. Um, to start building this to help keep everything straight and according to as needed, what I'll do is I'll show you starting with the wreck side because that's the side for some reason I always start with. So you go from where the person stands when driving the raft, and you go back one. See, that is the start of the pit. There. And of course it's nighttime again. So right there's the start of the pit. You've got the dino gates because that saves resources, or it does save resources, but it mainly saves your structures that you have already on the raft, as you can only go to about 80 or something like that. So this counts as two. It's the dino gate and the dino gateway, the door frame. That's two to go 4 high. That's a pretty good deal right there. And I've got another one here because you do need a little bit longer for most of the creatures that end up getting trapped in here. You would do this on both sides, everywhere that you can except for right here and right here. So we've got a 3 high wall at the back. I like the windows for my enjoyment, I guess. I don't like feeling like I'm in jail in places. And they're 3 tall. If you can't go 4 tall on normal raft builds because you can't get that extra little bit of the ramp down to touch the water, making it so you can at least get a secure grab on the dinosaurs, letting them get up on in here. Right here, these 2 spots you would also put in dino gates, dino gate, and a dino gate. I think it was the S plus. It could be, since it's been so long since I've played on Ark, it could be something with Ark in general that has issues placing on a raft or whatever. So these here have both placed where they go outwards, which is something that I personally enjoy, keeping the room on the inside for you to maneuver your dinosaur around and escape. I generally escape out the front because it's the front. To identify which side the doors open, if you can see right here how it kind of has that little lip that goes a little longer than usual, and on this side it's hardly there. Easier to see at the top in that green little look to see it happen. You can do 3 tall here. I did 4 tall just for the aesthetics of it. But 3 tall will save you 1 structure that you can place on this raft. You can't place a spot here most of the time. It all starts with the how you started right here. That's how the measurements are done there. I would like to do some extra ramps as needed just for the convenience of the player getting up onto the raft. Sometimes you're out like Carno Island and things aren't very nice over there and you want to get on your raft for safety's sake. So I did the middle here. I went, this is the edge of the raft, like this is where the raft is still at. Raft isn't here anymore, and right here. That's the length of it, as well as the back here. And then I did 3 wide for the pit in here, gaining room for things to happen, and a small door for a person to run through, leaving the dinosaur still entrapped inside. Before I did that, I had a dino gate that I just ran through and closed behind me. I've had lots of T-Rexes come through and still bite me because the gate didn't close in time. I do also have one in the back, just for convenience sake. You can switch it out to a window or whatever. You can switch all these out to windows. Saves you on resources because it doesn't cost as much. Whoops. There. And that is how I determine the length, mainly by finding the spot that won't place here. and also knowing that for the longest time I had to jump to get here. Anyway, then I only did a 2-spot here because you don't want to go out too far. You don't want to do a whole lot that's going to take away from what you can do on your raft. I like the extra little space here to be able to store some of the dinosaurs after I've tamed them and carry them on home to my main base and deposit them there. Also, placing some things down here like a campfire or a forge or something like that is also handy. Do keep it on the very outside edge here. Ooh, whoa, that's a good tame if you can get it. Anyway, because the T-Rexes can still bite through at least to this section here. And then we go up. This is a 5-high wall. I use the door frames just to show that, hey, you can save some money, resources, and place it in like that. You can also place the ladder system on the edge of a ceiling. For some reason, I'm weird. I like the hole in the thing and going up through the hole. Don't ask. Up here is where you'd place everything you need. Um, if you didn't place it below, place it up here. You can do like a food trough, a fridge, a smithy, campfire, everything you need to be able to survive on your boat for a little while. Like go kill something, cook you up some food, gather some berries for your dinosaur if you got a herbivore. And the food trough to keep it all in one spot, handily feeding everything you have that needs to be fed. Um, I did a 2 wide here, 3 long, so that's 6 places. Giving the little bit of space for you to put all your crafting stuff and whatever on this side. And on this side here is where you're going to walk through. And also your beds, having like 3-4 beds. When I counted it up, we were at 68 structure spots already placed to what you see right now. And then when you put in 3 beds, a campfire, a smithy, a food trough, what else was there? Smithy, mortar and pestle, at least 2 sources of light so that you can easily see what you're doing up here, find your raft easily if you're on shore trying to run up here with a T-Rex chasing you. That's currently 9 place parts there, so there's only 3 left to 80 right there. So I was just kind of naming some other things you might be able to spend the money on. An extra forge, some extra beds, a storage chest to be able to store your good stuff in a safe location in case you have to restart up here. And then you come over to the edge here, you get your rifle out. Of course, with light sources, you could see whatever's inside and shoot it, knock it out. Since I've gone to modded, they've always had something extra for people who like to build on boats. And this section, the first 2 floors, is actually for the Argent Pit, where you would have a dino gate right, let's get my stick out, right along this line here, even with that stuff there. Ramps going down just so that you can easily run up and get up in here. The door frames, so you can shoot through much easier. And a ceiling across the full thing. The 2 wide ceiling at the 2 tall. Door frames at all sides so you can just get out wherever you need to. And the dino gate right at the front here. Closing the dino gate after the Argent or whatever creature you felt like you can get into this pit and not have it slip through these door frames and and bites you. Above that, towards this side here, I had a drop box where you take an Argent, you fly underneath the house, and above the drop box, dropping like a scorpion or a saber cat, whatever, into it. You climb up to that floor, shoot it, knock it out, and then there's also a way for you to climb up again to the main base, which was actually, I believe, 2 floors taller than this for ease of access of the drop box, and definitely knowing as soon as you're up here, you ain't getting hit by no T-Rex. I did state that you want to change the ramps here out with metal when you can, as well as that ladder. You don't want nothing breaking that you need to get up here and tame something. The reason for the metal here is a lot of things can injure wood. You got a T-Rex following you. Make sure you stop here at the top to ensure that it's catching up to you and it's gonna make it up. As soon as you see it pretty close, you jump off, you book it through here. I generally end up in the water swimming for a few moments. Then I look back and the Rex has always been in here. With that unfortunate news, you weren't able to see each piece being placed and um, seeing the heartaches of building on Ark, um, but also the joys that can come from having something awesome created, uh, doing the things that you needed to do, taming like a boss. Um, yeah, I'm gonna head off to bed. I will do the video amending tomorrow and have both of these as part of the same movie, so it's easier for you as the viewer to watch and enjoy and see the suffering that went through with my video recording software not capturing my full 40 minutes of building this thing. I was going to do some time lapses. I was going to do the works. I need new video recording software. With that, I bid you all adieu and have a great night.